My name is Jeff. This is Castle Tillage, your home defense network. I talk about pepper spray and how pepper spray could be in a dangerous position when it comes to men using pepper spray. And this is going to be a story that will point you into the direction. It's not going to be, ah, ha, ha, ha. You know, you're touching your nose. Ah, yeah, Jeff, you're right, you're right. But this is going to be a talking point about ordinary force and deadly force, okay? We're going to dispatch deadly force. Again, there's two different kinds of forces. There's going to be ordinary force. Some people call it non-deadly force. There's not really anything as non-deadly force, so I call it ordinary force. And then you have deadly force. Let's dispatch deadly force right away. Deadly force is all in one bucket. There is no different levels of deadly force. Once you use deadly force, it is deadly force. There is no difference. Some people will say that if you're attacked by a knife, using proportionality, you can only use a knife. I'm not exactly that logic just destroys me. Well, if you're going to be attacked by a knife, you have to be looking around trying to find a knife so you can proportionally defend yourself. No, you can defend yourself with a gun if your attacker has a knife. Okay. Ordinary force is going to be a little bit different. There are going to be different levels of ordinary force. If someone pokes you in the chest, you can't slap them on the face. If someone slaps you in the face, you can't fist them in the head. Okay, those are those are escalations in force. Okay, when you're dealing with pepper spray, the pepper spray world is going to be on the top end of ordinary force. The only thing above ordinary force, pepper spray and ordinary force, is deadly force. Okay, let's just say that you're a 6'5" male. 230 pounds, 25, great tip-top shape, and you use pepper spray. It needs to be proportional, people, and that's what I'm trying to get with the story. I'm going to play this a little bit, and you're going to understand what I'm talking about at the end.
Former security trainer now facing charges this morning for macing a man with autism who was simply eating a cookie inside a grocery store. Police say 53-year-old Timothy Knutson of St. Paul was shopping at the Cub Foods in Roseville when he spotted a young man eating a cookie, which are free for customers. After Knutson told the employees, he saw the man go back to the bakery, and that's when he walked up behind the man, said, "Hey." When the man became startled, Knutson then sprayed him with mace.
I think anybody could look alarmed if somebody shouts "hey" at you from behind and you have no idea why. For him to be able to get out and go shopping on his own may be an actual really incredible feat for him. It could take him a while before he ever feels comfortable going back there, if he ever does.
Now, Knutson told police that he sprayed the man accidentally after taking the pepper spray out as a precaution, saying his finger slipped. He's now charged with fifth-degree assault and disorderly conduct. The security company where he worked as a trainer called his actions deplorable, saying he no longer works there.
What was in the Audible report is what was the security guard thinking. The security guard witnessed this young man not walking normal. It may have been a little bit off. Security guard thought he may have been on drugs. That is his reasonable person standard. Would a normal person not know how an artistic young man would be walking or carrying himself within the store? The Cub Foods in their bakery will have cookies for children or cookies for whomever in the bakery as a little bit of a treat. So I don't know if this security guard was kind of saying, well, this guy on drugs is just looking to Jones on the cookie. The 53-year-old security person came up, took his mace out of his holster, if you will, to get ready. Came up behind him and said, "Hey!" And the young man turned around, startled. An artistic young man may have startled and swung around and scared the security officer. The security officer, in one swoop move, must have put his hand up and pointed the pepper spray, and then the security guard talked too much. Whether he knew it or not, the words, "My finger slipped and I accidentally sprayed him." You're screwed, okay? nowhere in your narrative, nowhere in his narrative, nowhere in his reported narrative that he made an aggressive move to him. This was a case where the security guard probably wasn't keeping his distance, where he had to react quickly, even if it was a young man turning around. So now, this trainer, the security guard trainer, probably will lose his security credentials and not be able to work as a security guard anymore because he didn't have probably proper training. Okay, this guy was a trainer for the security outfit, and I would readily recommend that this outfit look at their training program once again. And anyone that this guy has trained, his name is Knudsen, anyone that he has trained, they should be retrained again and be taught ordinary force and deadly force and how to go about doing it. Now, this guy is charged with fifth-degree assault, which I think is very favorable to him because in other situations, using pepper spray on an autistic young man may have put the added charge of aggravated assault. Aggravated assault. I'm a little bit distracted. I'm looking out the window right now. Aggravated assault. I think this is a very generous thing to him, where the 53-year-old security guard was startled and he accidentally, it's his fault. He said he accidentally slipped. That is a proportional force issue. So let's bring it back down to, should men use pepper spray? I think pepper spray is a very good option, but you have to be very careful using it because you don't know if it's going to be a proportional force event. Okay. Now, if this autistic young man had some great bodily harm due to the pepper spray, which in other states there are other court cases where pepper spray has been an aggravated assault charge against the individual because of great bodily harm through inflammation or whatever. It could happen. It's an individual thing on an individual basis. Be careful using pepper spray. Proportional force, ordinary force. Okay, you guys have to learn this stuff. My name is Jeff. This is Castle Tutelage, your home defense network. I hope this helped.